I spent 7 days creating a Roblox game. Since I was new to Roblox Studio, I didn't know how to make a game from scratch, but I was determined to learn. No matter how challenging it seemed, I wanted to see it through. On the first day, I began brainstorming ideas for my game. After some thought, I decided on a concept that excited me and got to work. However, I quickly realized that many of the ideas I had in mind were beyond my current skills. I didn't know how to implement the features I was envisioning. To overcome this challenge, I turned to YouTube and searched for tutorials on building, scripting, and other essential skills in Roblox Studio. I spent a lot of time learning the basics, such as creating parts, scripting interactions, and using tools effectively. These tutorials were incredibly helpful and gave me the confidence to start working on my game. Once I had a basic understanding of how things worked, I decided to focus on a specific task, creating a custom inventory system. The default Roblox inventory system didn't fit the vision I had for my game, so I needed something more personalized. I searched YouTube for tutorials on making a custom inventory system, but most of them simply provided ready-made models to download and insert into the game. That wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to understand how the inventory system worked so I could customize it as needed. After a lot of searching, I finally found a playlist with over 8 videos, each around 40 minutes long. The videos explained the entire process step by step, covering every line of code. Determined to understand everything, I followed along, analyzing each line and testing the code myself. It was a long and challenging process, and it took me to full days to complete the inventory system. However, it was worth the effort because now I could create my own UI and modify it freely. With the inventory system complete, I felt more confident and ready to tackle another challenge. This time, I decided to create a farming system. I wanted players to be able to plant crops, harvest them, and earn rewards. Instead of relying on tutorials, I decided to push myself and create the farming system from scratch. I started by experimenting, trying different methods to make the system work. It was a frustrating process, and I failed repeatedly. There were moments when I felt stuck and unsure if I could pull it off. However, I kept pushing forward, determined to figure it out. After around 3 hours of trial and error, I finally got the farming system working as intended. It felt incredibly rewarding to see my hard work pay off. Since there was still time left in the day, I decided to work on a place claiming system. This feature would allow players to claim specific locations, such as houses, shops, and farms. I watched a few tutorials to understand the basic concept and then adapted the ideas to suit my game. At the start of day 4, I focused on creating the health and hunger systems. I wanted players to manage their health and hunger levels, adding a layer of challenge and strategy to the game. I worked on it entirely on my own and completed the system within 2 hours. The satisfaction of building a complex feature without external help was incredible. With the health and hunger systems finished, I decided to take a short break. I wanted to rest up before starting the most complex feature of the game, a player-to-player shopping system. Let me explain the concept. Imagine visiting a shop in real life, buying items, and paying the owner. I wanted players in my game to experience something similar. When a player buys items from another player's shop, the money should go to the shop owner, creating a real economy within the game. I searched for tutorials on YouTube, but none of them covered this exact feature. I realized I'd have to figure it out on my own. To make the task manageable, I broke the system down into smaller parts. I worked tirelessly for 1.5 days, debugging and refining the system. There were countless bugs and unexpected issues, but I eventually managed to get everything working smoothly. This system was vital for my game, as it provided a key method for players to earn money. Creating such a complex system on my own was challenging but rewarding, and it taught me a lot about scripting. On day 6, I started working on the game map. I envisioned a large, detailed map, but I was new to map design and wasn't sure where to begin. To keep things simple, I decided to create a small village map first. Once I gained more experience, I planned to build a larger city map. I searched online for map layouts, but none matched the style I wanted. I decided to create a unique design from scratch. I spent some time experimenting with terrain tools, learning how to sculpt terrain, paint textures, and place objects. I created an ocean using the sea level tool and designed an island with realistic terrain features. I worked on the map for the entire day, making adjustments and fine-tuning details. After hours of effort, I finally had a small, functional map that looked great. It was a massive confidence boost, and I was excited to continue expanding the world. On the last day, I planned to add even more features to the game, such as guns, cars, a city environment, and other fun elements. However, my plans were interrupted by unexpected bugs. I spent most of the day troubleshooting and fixing errors, which was frustrating but necessary. Bugs are part of game development, and solving them helped me understand scripting even better. After a full week of dedication and learning, I was proud of what I accomplished. As a new Roblox developer, I focused on doing everything manually instead of relying on AI tools or shortcuts. The journey was challenging, but it taught me a lot about scripting, game mechanics, and perseverance. If you've watched this far, thank you for your support. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what I should add next to my game. The game link is in the description if you'd like to check it out.